We are so much fun.
Aren't we?
We are so much fun. We are millennials. We're born in 1981. We graduated high school in 1999. We're so cool. And it just so happens to be, by the way, I'm Nick Shell with Family Friendly Daddy Blog. This is my wife, Jill, who happens to be from the Sacramento area. And as we're looking at this article, it's from the Sacramento Bee, which is your newspaper, right?
Uh-huh.
So the article is entitled, Millennials Are Killing Everything. Are You Next? By Don Sweeney. So we're just going to thumb through this. This is from July of this year, 2017. But just going to look through and see which ones are applicable to us. As far as the perspective is this, certain businesses are not succeeding anymore because people like us aren't contributing to that business. We're not buying into it. So we want to see for us, which one of these are we not financially contributing to? Number one, here's the first one, golf. Okay? What's your response to that?
I like golf. I want to play golf, but probably when I'm older because I think it's a waste of money right now.
Yes, exactly. See, she likes golf. Since we've been married, I've played golf one time and then it got rained out, and then that was like a long time ago. Okay, there's my story with golf. We're more familiar with Wii, like the Wii golf game. Like when we first got married, my parents gave us a Wii set and we played golf a lot. We loved it.
It's just an expensive sport. So
yeah. So why would
when
you
you're
do
old,
it?
it's easier to invest in.
So golf. So right off the bat, yeah, we agree. Why would we play golf?
And when you're this age and you have kids, there's no time to play.
Yeah, I can't
There's no
imagine.
time to play and there's no money to invest in.
Yeah, I just can't imagine that. So number two, road cycling.
Yeah.
So I do have a mountain bike, and I have spent a lot of my time in many years mountain biking. But as far as just road cycling, no, you're not going to see me in spandex shorts on the road. Then get over and honking the horn. That's never going to be me. So no to road cycling. Mm-hmm. So already the first two, yeah, I'm with you. We're not contributing to these. Number three, movies. This is going to be a split ticket for us.
Yeah, you go to movies all the time.
I take our son to the movies, and I go to the matinee, of course. So I don't pay full price.
Yeah, but Netflix and all the things on the internet have changed the movie scene.
Why bother? Why be around people? Why be around people?
Why listen to people munch on their popcorn, open their fruit snacks,
Popcorn
open
smells
their
awful.
candy?
It smells like dirty socks. Ugh.
It smells good, but
So-
it's gross to hear people chew on it.
Hear them chew on it.
When you could be sitting in your own living room in your pajamas.
Chew on it.
Maybe we're more antisocial
I'm wearing pajamas, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Group of people.
Because
not antisocial, but we're very particular about how we socialize, and I think
Yes,
social
very
media
picky.
has changed that.
it could be. It could be our personalities, but it could also be that too.
I think it's the technology, and even just texting. People text more than they speak on the phone, and I think even people are scared to call people.
I'm scared to pick up the phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you be calling me? What do you
Yeah.
want with me? So, when's the last time you saw a movie in the theater?
What's the last movie we saw together? Maybe it must have been last time was when my mom was here. Oh, Get Out.
Okay, we saw
Out.
Get Out. It was culturally relevant. It was a big deal this year. We saw Get Out, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
But it took her mom flying in from California for us to go, and we live in Tennessee, for us to go see that movie.
But again, that's hard for us to go see because you
That
have
was
to
a sacrifice.
get a babysitter, and I think down are the days when you get babysitters too, because the rate of a babysitter is almost as much as going out for a date.
Yeah, so fly your mom in from California, and then we might consider it, but it's like an all-day event just to plan around us going to see a movie. It's a big deal. Mm-hmm. So this is going into us being parents too, but still, we're millennials born in 1981. We count as millennials. All right, I love this one. Number 4 is napkins. Millennials favor paper towels over napkins. We went out to dinner tonight to a place called Viking Pizza Company here in Spring Hill, Tennessee, where we live. It's an awesome place. And sure enough, there's no napkins. There's a paper towel roll that you just do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think about it, but yeah, napkins are dumb.
They're the same thing as paper towels. It's
But
it's an extra expense and an extra thing that I think people are trying to minimize.
Yeah. I mean, but for dinner every night, one of my roles is I get the paper towels. There's 4 people in our family. I rip 2 of them in half, and everybody gets half of a paper towel. And I haven't even thought about it. That's the norm for us.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we buy napkins?
Because you have to have a napkin holder, and you have to have a place to store the napkins.
But especially when you go to restaurants and then it's only reinforced, hey, there's paper towels. All right, number 5 is class. It's saying that our generation, we are selfish and we lack manners. How do you feel about that?
I think to some degree that can be true. I mean, I think what we lack in this area, we make up in other areas, but I think there's more of it's all about me. How do I feel about it? And instead of, I don't know, just dealing with things. And
here's how I feel about it. And I feel like I might have a different perspective a little bit, maybe just being a male perspective. But my thing is this. I think it depends on your perception of what is rude. Because for me, what is rude is sarcasm. That's rude because that's like sabotaging communication. For me, if anyone's gonna call me rude, it's because I'm so direct and I tell you exactly what I think. To me, that's not rude. That's being honest and real with you. But that may be perceived as rude. But someone who, would talk about me behind my back that they don't like me, instead of telling me how they really feel, like if anything, that would be rude. But me telling you exactly what I think, to me, that's not rude. So maybe our generation is more likely to just say, hey, let's be honest and real with each other instead of talking behind somebody's back. I don't know. Or using sarcasm.
I don't think that's really the context of.
Probably not. I'm probably taking it out of context.
But, okay, next one.
Vacations. It says that we are less likely to take vacations, which is not true for us. We're all about vacations.
We're all about vacations, but in today's workplace, a lot of people don't get the days off that you used to get off. And I mean, even around holidays, like because we work in a medical center, the medical center never closes. So you don't get, you get your days off, and I would think that my institution does have a good number of days that you get off. But I mean, consider when you first started at your job, like you didn't get any vacation, right? For a year. For a year. And how do you take a vacation? How do you get sick?
And there's a lot of pressure too.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of pressure in other workplaces, and there's a lot of pressure to only take a small chunk at a time. They don't want you to take more than a week off.
Yeah.
And that was a stipulation at your place before.
Yeah.
So I think it's harder, and it's more expensive, and especially again when you have kids.
But we work it into so being that my wife's from California, we're visiting her family, but we're going to California. We live in Tennessee, so that's a big deal. Or we can drive to Florida, or we can drive to North Carolina. So we make it practical and we make it a family
Well, and
event.
I think too, a lot of it is people don't live where they grew up anymore. So
especially where we live
instead of going on vacation away from their core family and going to someplace special, you take a vacation to where you're from so that you can visit your family, which is special, but it's different. Yes, you get free place to stay, sometimes free food.
And babysitting.
And babysitting, yes, which is ultimately important.
So that's our vacation, and we do that more than once throughout the year, but it's vacation with quotation marks.
But vacation with family is different than taking a vacation with your own family.
Yeah,
there's the pressure of
with quotation marks.
Dealing with your family, not dealing with your family, but spending time with your family, but also spending quality time with your immediate family.
Which was kind of the point, but then, yeah, so that's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Number 7 is bar soap. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
nobody uses bar soap.
It's a mess. Every now and then.
It's a mess.
It's just more, you just exfoliate better with a loofah.
I don't use a loofah.
You might.
Okay, some of these don't apply to us because they're for single people. I do have to bring up marriage. It says that millennials are less likely to be married, but we've been married for 9.5 years, so we're the exception of that, I guess. All right, let me go through a few of these that don't quite
home
fit.
Ownership.
Okay, home ownership, that's one. We're actually, this in a couple weeks, it'll have been 3 years that we have, quote, owned this. Of course, we know what that means. The bank owns this. Until we pay it off, we don't own this. But as far as quotation marks again, we're homeowners. Wine corks, we just opened a bottle of wine before we started this video, and I had to do the cork thing, but I look at it as a challenge. I'm so bad at home repairs and knowing like how to fix stuff that like it was a challenge for me to be able to open a bottle. So like I've gotten pretty good of it for that reason. Diamonds, I love this one. Let's talk about this one. Millennials would rather spend money on travel or handbags than diamonds. Let's talk, take the mic. Diamonds, let's talk about this.
So I just don't care much for jewelry. So, I mean, if I had it to go back, I probably would have gotten a different wedding band. No, not cubic zirconium, but maybe not something. Thinking back to the cost of the ring, I think I maybe would have made a more moderate choice. Although I did, the ring that I really liked was like $8,000, not including the wedding band.
Yeah.
So I could have made you get that much, but I didn't. Ultimately, I don't.
And what's funny, so you're not actually...
I'm not, no, because I take it off every night when I wash the dishes.
But you also have this bracelet that I got you when we were dating.
Yes.
So, but that's all the jewelry.
That's what I always have. I haven't taken it off except for when it broke this past year, and you got it fixed.
Yeah.
So that stays with me. This is my main piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
And I don't even wear, I have my ears pierced, but I don't even wear earrings because they bother me. Although I did see a lady driving the other day in the car and she had diamond earrings, so maybe next Christmas.
All right, so we're seeing how, I'm trying to think of how many there's department stores. It's funny because today you were saying, we should go to the mall next week. Exactly, because we never go to the mall because what did you just do before this video? She bought stuff from Crazy 8 online. We do everything online. Why wouldn't you? Why would you go to the mall?
Well, we went to Walmart to go find a water filter. You couldn't even find it there. Yeah, it's online.
Go online.
So, and you can get the best prices online.
Running.
Running's isn't that?
Where we live, people run. So
running.
I love running.
It's very big.
But the next one, cruises. Why would you go on a cruise?
And that probably
Why would you be trapped?
Yeah, that probably has to do too. Like with the millennials don't like chain restaurants.
Yes.
So when you go on a cruise line, A, you're stuck on a boat, and then B, the food choices are very,
To make things a little bit more stereotypical, I'm a vegan, my wife is vegetarian, and our kids are vegetarian. So that's one more reason, like, chain restaurants, cruises, no. The 9-to-5 work week. So I'm now a stay-at-home dad. I've been one for a couple months now. So obviously that's the case for me. But your job is it's flexible, comparably speaking, to a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
There it is, chain restaurants. It made the list. It says places like TGI Fridays, Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings are experiencing sales slumps. Yeah, because when I associate a Cisco truck pulling up to your place, I'm not going to go there. Not only because we're vegan and vegetarian, but because we care about the quality of ingredients going. And I hate tipping. We tip when we have to, but I will just rather not go if I have to tip. Tipping,
Sorry for all those waitresses and waiters
we tip,
watching.
and we tip well, but most importantly, we don't go to places where we have to tip. Okay, we got NFL. I've never cared about NFL. I don't care about sports. It's a waste of time.
That's funny.
Well, at least not the sugary ones.
Yeah, but we eat breakfast cereal like in the afternoon. It's not like we get up. You used to get up in the morning and eat a bowl of cereal. Face-to-face interaction, we've already talked about that. Like the American dream. And I got to close this because I can only talk for 15 minutes before it cuts me off. The American dream. I get it. Social Security, where there'll be any left for us when we get old. That's why we're doing the Dave Ramsey thing and trying to pay our house off soon and all that good stuff. So I think we're pretty much stereotypical millennials for the most part. A lot of this is ring true for us, right? I guess so.
I'm Nick Shell with Family Friendly Daddy Blog. This is my lovely wife. This is a blog. You can check out familyfriendlydaddyblog.com if you want to see what our life is all about as those stereotypical millennials.